we took a little break, but you won't notice that at all because it will be edited. But I don't even know. We was just having a long side conversation off camera.
So long. We've been talking about everything
I don't even
and
remember.
anything.
We were, which is great because this has been a very therapeutic. I don't want to say session because
I mean,
we made it so that it wasn't work.
oh no, it's definitely not work.
It's not work, even though I'm.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Mental,
It is.
it
But
is mental work, which I will take.
This has been very therapeutic for both of us in the sense of letting stories be known, letting our feelings be vulnerable to not only our friends our friends and close ones who we haven't explained much to,
Yeah, people we are with every day who don't even know this shit.
Right, that we go through on a daily. And we just are here for each other. And Amanda, since I've told you found out about my aunt and the podcast, you have been there for me so great. So I'm gonna need you to
cheers, baby.
Cheers to that.
Big things for you.
She has helped me. The whole Ophelia's family, and this ties in a lot to what we have talked about this episode. But you and everybody else, but once you took it upon yourself to pull me aside. Like, I was in a whole, mind you, I'm in a whole conversation with somebody else. I remember this day.
Usually my style?
I remember this day. I was in the middle of a whole conversation, and I had posted it, and it was like a week or two later. And it was right before the service. I won't call it a funeral because she didn't want that.
No, it was a celebration.
Yes, a celebration. So it was in the middle of that. She pulled me to the side and she was like, I heard about your aunt. I am very sorry. And I've got that, but like her words, like the way you looked at me, you was like, I seen it in your eyes. And from hearing a little of your story in which you've been through, that helped me a lot because I could just see it in your face. You are grieving a lot. You're grieving very often. So am I. We grieve similar, but in different ways.
And that look that you saw was heavily me still grieving, but it was heavily knowing that someone I care and is so full of life and young and happy is also going to be going through.
Right.
And that look was for you. Because like I said earlier, like I wouldn't wish this shit on anybody. Even them bitches I hate.
We don't hate anybody.
We don't. It's a very strong word.
It is a very strong word. We have our differences with people.
And better way to put it. And after you go through shit like we've gone through and loss like that, like things just take such a different perspective.
It does. And
like so much more doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't. It's like you have a lot to lose. And we do. Everybody does. Everybody in this world, no matter what you are. And everybody, I know I'm stumbling over my words right now because it's a lot that's going through our heads right now. But everybody, no matter who you are, what point in life you are at, even if you are at your lowest, your highest, or you're like in the middle, or wherever you are in life, everybody has something, if not something, everything to lose.
So you might not think it, and that might be so true to you, but the people that love you, especially, like, if you can't do it for you, you have to do it for them. Because it's the people that love you that take that fucking hit and that have to live on with it. And who really have to struggle. So if you just do it for them, if anything. And that was a big thing that, I had to think about daily after what I went through. Because I didn't want to fucking be here anymore. Absolutely. Yeah. I was like, why didn't you take me with you? What the fuck? But then Literally, the only reason I am here because I made a pact to my best friend, Caitlin Sims, and she, she was like, "You cannot do that to me," and I promised her that I would not do, and if it wasn't for her and other friends like that, I would not be here anymore
Yeah.
because I could not do what I have been going through for the past years. I could not do that to anybody I loved. I couldn't. Like,
Yeah, I feel you. So, since, the episode is about grief and everything, what is some ways that this is very, this is still very new to you, very raw to you?
not as new as you.
It's not, but, you know, your level was,
And,
it was a little different.
and that's, we didn't really get there, which I'm going to just touch on for a subject
Go
because
ahead.
it is a huge part of my grief and my journey is like I was building up to say, like I did everything right. I got the career, I found the job, I was planning the
Good.
wedding, I was ready to settle down. And in a blink of an eye, everything got ripped from beneath me. My whole world got turned upside down. And not even the fact of our future together, all the plans we have made, having a family, our family's plans, all of that. It's just absolutely everything. Like I told you, I traveled for work before.
Right.
I couldn't do that anymore. Are you kidding me? I couldn't be alone in my car, alone on a plane, alone in a hotel room,
Right.
without getting those flashbacks of everything that happened, without reliving that all the time, without driving myself crazy. So I lost that, that I was at the height of my career and I had to
Right.
take a step back from that. And, I still am dealing with that. I took a huge pay cut. Lou wasn't, like I said before, Lou was an engineer. I was an engineer before. Like, we were so fortunate that we didn't worry about money. Like,
Right.
and like I said before as well, he didn't even want me to work. I didn't have to work. That wasn't even going to be a thing. He just wanted me to be creative and
That was
dive.
off. You guys didn't know about that. That was off camera.
Oh, was it?
That was. But
Yeah.
no, but yeah, no, that is
Like,
very sweet.
we were on top of the fucking world.
Right.
And all this, I feel like I'm on the bottom of the fucking world
don't
right
feel
now.
like it.
Finally, we're coming. I'm definitely starting to see the light at the end of it. But I got my best friends that I've been friends with for over 20 years are not in my life. I don't talk to them. Like I was telling you earlier, I was very close to my family. We were talking about this a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I was always brought up to be taught family is everything. You can always count on everything. And I
Both.
fucking lived by that shit.
Both of us.
And that shit happened. My family was nowhere to. I'm sorry if my parents ever see this. They probably won't because they live in their own fucking land. But they were nowhere to be found.
But just like with that situation, like I had a situation myself where it showed me who actually who actually was.
And that's what sucks. It takes something this fucking traumatic and devastating and painful and heartbreaking for you to learn who's in your actual corner and who's going to show up for you.
Right.
But for me to have it all be lost at this, I'm still confused to this day. Like,
Which is,
what the fuck did I do? I lost the love of my life. I lost everything. Like, why aren't you talking to me? Like, it's still
so
one of those things for
I
me.
can, if you don't mind me asking, I can edit this out too. But after, like, I'm gonna touch back on the situation. After everything like settled and they examined everything and pulled him out, what did they determine?
That's more bullshit to the fucking story and trauma for me.
Okay. You don't gotta say it.
No, I don't have any problem saying it. It's just so wild because, like I was explaining before, like, we're in Costa Rica. We're in a third world country. Yeah. It was too much money for the family to get his body sent back here to do the autopsy, so we had to do the autopsy out there. We did weeks and weeks for the results to be told that it was asphyxiation. He drowned. Carlos, this is a very touchy subject for me.
Not.
The Airbnb pool was 5 feet deep.
And I'm supposing he can swim.
Lou and I were scuba divers. We were trained scuba divers. Like, he did not drown in that fucking pool. And that will, like, go back into other stories and shit like that. That
this
went
is
into it.
This is not the only time this will come up,
but like that shit didn't happen. I don't know if he had a brain or a heart thing.
Did he have prior like medical history of medical
He
conditions?
definitely had like a heart murmur or something.
Okay.
But also we were on the beach the whole day before. Like I have a feeling like sun poisoning comes into it, heat stroke comes into it. So many things we'll learn could come into it, but I have to live with that.
Right.
And that just doesn't and never has, and I don't think ever will settle with me. I will never know why he died. I will never get that closure. I will never, did he jump in the pool and did he hit his head?
Right.
Did he go into the pool and hold off and his heart stopped? Like, God for fucking bid, did he kill himself? These are all things that I've been living with for the past 3 years that I don't know how to get past.
He wasn't a suicide.
No, and that's like what we were talking about with your aunt. Yeah. No, there was no
suicidal thoughts. He wasn't that type of person.
This man was just a ray of fucking sunshine. Like
my aunt, yeah. Just the life of the party.
The life of the fucking party. Always rooting for the underdog. Always made the uncomfortable and feel comfortable. Like you'll read in that book. Like that's basically what that whole.
Will point you out of a whole crowd of people and make you.
He knew how to make the most uncomfortable person feel comfortable and feel welcomed. And now that's part of the stuff that I try to do in my life, and and that's.
And I feel that. And you do an awesome job.
Thank you.
You do. And because when I first met Amanda,
God.
And I get this from a lot of people. You said I had RBF.
I have RBF, so that's a compliment coming from Amanda.
But if you don't know what RBF is, it's resting bitch face. Which means, if I got to go into further details about that, means you look mad all the time.
You're unapproachable.
Right. But I just be having a dull face, and you pulled me out and you started talking to me and...
Wait a minute. There's nothing dull about your face. Absolutely wrong way to put it.
Yeah.
You just... and I'm the same way, and that's why it took me a minute to approach you, because we have that unapproachable... Right.
Maybe not.
You stay in your lane, maybe, and I'll stay in my lane. But look, we cross lanes.
We did. Look, we're here.
That's when the magic happens.
We're being very vulnerable with each other. And, again, we said this off camera, but this is literally our first actual one-on-one hangout.
Outside of Ophelia's.
And outside of just anywhere with anybody else. Like, there's nobody else here but her dog and her cat. Which they are very lovely. And they're just letting us do our thing. But no, this is crazy.
No, it says a lot, because I know like a lot of my friends were like, who don't know you as well.
I got a lot of criticism.
People be protective of me,
and I love that they were protective, and
I do too.
I got scolded one night. What was it, Saturday night?
Mm-hmm.
I got scolded. Mind you, we were supposed to do the episode Sunday, but dude, I overbooked. It's my fault. It's not even her fault. I can take it.
No, we were lit when we made the reservation, and then
both times we were
like, oh wait, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
But yes,
if we go in this heavy,
we're not going to be able to watch the game. So we rescheduled to today. But Saturday night, I got scolded by one of your closest friends.
Shout out David.
Shout out Dave. You can watch this episode and see I stood on business. I said everything I was going to do.
Wait, to bring us back to one more thing about time and friends. He's my I've known him the least amount of time, and that boy has shown up with me for me in so many different ways.
Yep.
And that's the thing. Time doesn't, like, my friends of 25 years couldn't even do that shit for me. But this kid is concerned
Yeah.
about my feelings and what I'm going to look like and me being protective.
Because
and that's how a friend should be.
Because we'll talk on that because it ties into your story. Saturday, Amanda had pulled me to the side. Yeah, pulled me to the side on Saturday. And she was like, well...
Freaking out.
She was freaking out. We both were, because I didn't want her to feel forced, because Sorry, I moved the camera. I didn't want her to feel pressure to share her story, because I said, I want my guests to come on here with their own objective. You know, my episodes will be about me. What I want to present, what I want to do, or whatever. But when I'm with my guests, I want them to take control. And it may not sound like a good idea, but today it worked, because
no, it's a great idea.
as it may seem like I took control, this was all Amanda's doing. I okayed everything with you before we did anything. Even on camera, they'll see it. Like, I okayed it with you. Like, we can stop. No, continue. So, therefore, further episodes, you will see them doing their own thing and me just following them. And David was nice enough and, like, as a friend to be like, well, I don't want her to go on there telling her story and looking like a fool. Or, you know, just anything like that.
For people to talk about, basically. You
Right.
don't want it to be like a gossip
And
thing.
I just straight up told him, like, no, it wasn't me who chose this, because when I knew she had a story. I didn't know what story it was. You know, as a friend, you can pinpoint things together, but she wasn't ready to tell me, so I wasn't going to ask her. She came to me and said, I want to tell my story finally. So I was like, are you sure?
Which, when I first approached you about even being on the podcast, was not even a thought in my mind. Because you were like, real topics, real conversation. I was like, you want a real bitch? Let's go.
And you guys seen it. If you guys see the post and comment, she was like, you got me. So I texted her.
And this was not even going to be a topic.
And even right before we recorded, we changed everything again.
We did.
Because I said, you know what? I don't want you to be alone when in telling your story and telling something. I want to be there with you.
Can I say, just, like, shout out you? Like, I think you found your niche here. Like, fucking, I was a Looney Tune. I'm anxious regardless. And, like, I was so nervous.
She was.
And he has been, every time I talk to him, he just chills me out and takes me down a level and makes me feel so much more comfortable and back to being excited how I originally was when this went on. So, like, you're killing it, dude. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Maybe I'm a talk show host. Maybe that's my calling.
I think something is going to happen here. You're going to get a show. I'm going to have a book. What up?
Look out for that book. You got to start writing that immediately. I'm going to be the first one there. You know, we're going to have a podcast.
You're going to be promoting the book on the podcast.
And during her signing, I'm promising you this. No matter where we are, whenever that book comes out, when you do that signing, wherever you choose to have it, I'm having an episode.
All right.
And we're gonna let fans talk, and we're gonna
clock it.
We're gonna do everything. We're gonna make this. We're speaking this into existence.
I mean, I don't know if it's the champagne or the weed, but I see plans for us, baby. I see plans.
Even before we was drunk and we was talking about, oh, this sounds like a good plan. It came out perfect today. Yeah. We were nervous as fuck.
I was like, I don't know how I'm going to talk for a half hour for you. We're going on like 2 hours here.
And I love that.
And we haven't even got to the grief part.
So let's get to that. So, because we both got...
That shit sucks probably why we didn't get there.
We are avoiding that. We are. But, no, when you release that book and you have that initial book signing, I will be there. And we will be having an episode. And we will be celebrating the success of wherever we both are.
Cheers, baby.
Hold on. You need a little more.
Oh, wait. I got to get the...
You need a little more before we cheers.
I need Carlos' choice.
I seen. I only got this because I seen the bottle. Can we just take a look at this bottle? Let me put it on.
You better be doing something with that bottle because it is gas.
I'm done with. But can we look at this bottle? Like I seen this bottle.
Had to have it.
I had to have it. It's glittery and it's like bandit. Whatever. But yes, we are going to prosper from this.
Big things, boo.
And you helped me set off.
You helped me get the fuck out of my crazy shell.
You helped me launch talks with Big Los. I know the first episode was horrible. We can all admit.
I'm fucking honored that I got to do this with you.
And I wasn't really expecting the first episode, like, with a guest speaker and, you know, like a friend helping on. I didn't expect it to be about grief. It was a last-minute change. And
it's better than the fucking thing it was going to be before. It was. Also on that, it kind of... I love it more because it says a lot about our friendship and where we've gone in such a little amount of time, and that we can openly talk about these hard subjects together like this.
And it also shows that no matter who you are, who you meet, you're going to meet your family at any point in life. And again, family is not only who you are born with. It is who you choose to be around you. I could be like, I don't want to be around Amanda. But that'd be a lie. Because I I look at Amanda as family not only because she's nice and approachable, now that I know, but deep down, she is an amazing soul. She is an awesome person. She can relate to so many things that not only I have been through, but also like your friends, because we all go through different things. And you relate to each and every single one of us on a different scale. And the most important thing is you've never judged.
Thank you.
You've never, and I thank you for that, and I appreciate that because you've never judged. Even in the beginning, you may have thought I was a bitch. Ooh, sorry.
That's a whole different sort of judgment.
But a lot of people think that about me because
we'll leave it at that, and won't try to get in deeper or know more.
That'll be a different episode. Me and Amanda will talk on that.
But I love that shit.
But I love it. But you've definitely opened up quick to me, and it's not even a force. You've come to me with it. You was like, I see the podcast. I want to be a guest on there, and I want to tell my story. And it all happened at different points in a couple weeks. This all happened within a couple weeks. I've had a lot of people ask me, but you were the first person who stood out to be like, I want this. And I felt that.
That's just one thing that has come from all of this and Lou and the grief and my experience in losing, everything and having to rebuild is I know what I want in life and in the people that I surround my life with, and finding the ones that want that in you and accept that in you too. Yeah. It's just I wouldn't trade this whole fucked up shit that I have gone through for the past 3 years for Lou and meeting him. Like, he taught me how I'm supposed to be loved, what I mean, how great life can be, what we can do for one another. He taught me so many things that I can now teach other people. Yeah. And even though, I've had those moments of I'm not wanting to be here and really fucking struggling.
She's making me emotional right now, guys.
I know you get it.
No,
you wouldn't change it for, No, would you change any of those moments with TT? No.
No, I wouldn't.
Absolutely not.
I'm tearing up a little bit, guys. But no, it is. I feel everything that you are saying because it's not easy to just be, emotional. I'm the first one emotional. Can we take a drink to that?
Boy.
But no, it is. Everything you are saying is very fucking true, and it is. It helps. It helps.
It
It really
does. And
does.
this has helped me. We started something here.
We have. We have. I think this is gonna go far because Amanda, you are a genius.
I do. Like I'm not calling myself a cheater, but I have a creative side that has been locked up for so long, and I feel like I haven't been able to find the right audience or space. And then you just walked into my life, and you're like podcast, and I was like, I have literally been thinking about doing this since Lou passed, but I can't. I can't by myself, let alone.
I think I have a manager, guys.
You hit the jackpot.
And I think I also have a. See, I have another. I'm going to let this be known now. I have another podcast coming out soon. But I can bump it up to 3. I can do that.
No, you have such an incredible lineup coming out. And we have this to buffer it. Like, this is. I'm very, very happy for you, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
I'm very thankful for that. I don't know how to feel myself because, like I was telling you off camera, everything happened so quick for me. Like, I published that first episode not even expecting it to do what it did. After I published that, you posted that under the picture. So many people came up to me. They want to be a part of it. They want to, sorry. They want to tell their story. They want to do their creativity. And like I said, this is a free space, as you've seen today, guys. But not only that, I wasn't expecting everybody to gravitate towards me. Like, I'm just starting out. And the fact that you guys want to be a part of the building of it.
And that's what we've built here at Ophelia's, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
We might have our flaws, and some people, the dramatics be high sometimes. But no, we have really, like, thanks to Shane being able to give us that space and that freedom, we have really built some amazing friendships, some amazing connections, an amazing safe space. Like, I don't even know how else to explain it.
I don't. Like, bottom line, if we didn't have that space, this wouldn't be happening right now.
So many other connections and people, like, oh my God.
I wouldn't have the lineup for the next upcoming weeks that I do if it wasn't for Ophelia's. Each person approached me there.
It has something so different and something so great to bring to the table. Like, you got TJ on there, I see. Like,
I have TJ.
My God, that man's just a fucking box of idea.
I have a Bina.
I can't wait to see what that bitch got to say.
And this Sunday, guys.
We fucking love a Bina.
You guys lucked out this week. And I can thank you for that. And they need to thank not only you and me, but they can thank you for this. You guys are on a 2-episode week because today, which is Tuesday, you have Amanda. But also, this Sunday, we have the infamous...
my girl, Shanae!
We have Shannon Roy.
Shout out to
Shannon Roy. She has an awesome episode coming up for you guys, so be on the lookout.
And she's gonna play and shit, right?
She is.
We about to be blessed with some Shanae.
I can't tell you what she's going to play. She could be playing something off her phone. But she is a musician.
And we're here for it.
I am here for it, which is why I accepted it. I don't want this to be... Again, we still have one more topic to go over. But
I think we now discovered we have a bunch of topics
to go over. So this is Amanda is a 2-part episode. We're going to say that. But
you might see me a lot.
Shannon, she's an awesome person, lovely, down to earth,
And
lovable.
I bet her outfit's gonna be fly as fuck too.
I bet it
She's
is too.
just the
I'm
cutest.
I'm stumbling over words because she's just full of life, bubbly, and you guys are gonna have an amazing episode with her. So be on the lookout this Sunday. But we are running out of time, so let's get into this last topic. We are going to talk about just the grieving process of both. You can ask me some questions as well. Don't be afraid. I know, again, raw. I have a couple questions to ask you. Again, you don't have to answer them,
No, let's go. What you got?
but
You go first.
you want me, Lord. But no, I do have a couple questions. So, like, I get, it's going to be sentimental, most likely, but once you like went through all of that, you found him. You you were able to go to sleep somehow. Somehow you were able. I was up when I learned about my aunt. I didn't find her. Thank I'm gonna say thank God because my mental is not okay for that.
It's different.
That's something different. But when you found him, you were able to go to sleep, right? Like take a look. Not even if it was for long, but like
No, it was I definitely slept somehow, Carlos. I could not tell you how. I can tell you that my girlfriend was spooning me and cuddling me. And like I said, this was also we went there for a festival.
Right.
We've been up for days. Like I was exhausted and definitely traumatized at the moment. Um I don't know how. It was only for a couple hours until all the other law enforcement and everything else got there. But yeah, somehow I definitely slept for a few hours.
Okay, so speaking on that, I hate to be the person to ask, but you were talking about, and you can like you say yeah or whatever if I'm getting not getting the facts correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Correct me if
Mhm.
I'm wrong. But you said when you woke up, you seen all the like DAs and the crime scene and everybody examining and everything. And then immediately you and a couple other people, right? Who else was it that were locked up? Or not even locked up, but were detained and questioned?
So first of all, I wish I could say that I woke up and saw them examining anything or doing anything remotely close to what should have been being done or a job.
Right.
I remembered two ladies laughing and talking in the lounge chairs next to the pool.
Again, she is in another country. You were in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
This is a third world country. They don't understand our language. We don't understand theirs. So the language barrier is way different.
I didn't need no language to see them laughing.
No,
and
yeah,
joking and
yeah.
just not even
Karen.
being just considerate to
Right.
what the fuck we were going through. Because now at that point, my friends came back from the festival, so now like the whole crew was there, and they were holding them back from like the house, and like they're trying to figure out what's going on. There's a bunch of strangers there. There's a outline next to the pool, blood everywhere. Everything's a fucking mess. And then
I'm sorry.
no,
Was the blood from? Obviously, it was from him, right?
yeah.
Was it from before?
Honestly, babe, I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I knew.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you more, and that like we'll go into that also deeper because if he drowned, why the fuck was there blood anywhere?
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm saying? No,
that's
Costa Rica corrupt as fuck. Sorry, motherfuckers.
So, we definitely have to make this a two-part episode because there's more that just from hearing the beginning of this story, I want when you are comfortable. So you come to me, but I definitely want to dig down more deep into that and get more because
That's where the trauma and
And I don't even want to bring up the trauma, but
No, but that's what needs,
to become
maybe
to
not this public, but
right,
we're in it
right.
now,
But
and I'm
I want
kind of
to
glad about it.
because I'm not going to say I'm I'm a trained detective or whatever or anything like that. But anybody who consistently watches crime
Hmm.
shit, me and him watch it all the time.
Yeah, no, I get where you're going.
Um, I can pinpoint different things out. So the fact that there was blood, if he drowned, if you drown, usually there's no blood. It's just water coming
Hmm.
out. You know what I mean? So if they found blood, that means something happened. And which is that?
And that's where it
You know
comes
what?
into
And
I'm never gonna know what truly happened, and that's where most of my fucked upness
you know
still
what? That I
lies.
had a question earlier, and this ties into your grieving process and what I just asked you about. You can't really tell what happened, but when you and a few people were questioned, what happened like prior to you waking up and going just to walk out? You're on. Of course, you're on vacation. You want to see the scene. It's different. You don't wake up to this every day. I get that.
That is where we need to go into a whole different episode,
Okay.
because that's where like the mental health and other shit
Right.
that we want to get into
Yeah.
gets
Yep.
into, and it's like a whole, literally maybe episode or two about like what happened before that.
Yep.
Um, but no, just waking up to, and that's why I kind of like started where I did. I like came out and saw his
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
there, because the shit that happened before that is totally
Different and
different.
more complex.
Yes, we'll be needing to go in depth on that. We'll need some more champagne.
Go get yours.
But we finished mine already, honey. No, but it was really just after that happened, and I did the CPR and everything, and I was able to somehow fall asleep, and being woken up to, oh, they want to question you, to really, oh no, the cameras in the Airbnb were fake, so they got no video footage, so they need to take everybody that was there into custody, and they
Yeah,
questioned us at least.
this is definitely going to be a
Yeah.
two-part
Oh,
episode because
honey,
we
they
need.
questioned us. I spent 14 hours in a Costa Rican jail cell.
So I'm gonna just sorry,
Probably a good stopping point.
sorry guys, we are working with one mic. I should have been addressed this, but we are working with one mic tonight. I forgot the wire for the other one, but
Trial and error. We're doing it.
you know, you said you spent 14 hours in a Costa Rican jail. I'm gonna come closer so
After I found the love of
After.
my life in the bottom of a pool dead.
And in another episode, we're going to get into the before and after of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need one question answered now.
Yeah.
And then we can get into the details on a later episode. Was there anybody other than you? Because I can tell from here, you wouldn't, you can't do something.
I already know what you're going to say.
You know.
Go on.
Thank you. Was there anybody else in questioning, like, not in, of
Could
course
there have been foul play?
not only could there have, because
Honey, just spit it out. I've gotten everything.
I suspect that, but I don't suspect, I'm going to just be blunt, I don't suspect you. But I suspect foul play because of the blood. You know what I mean? But other than you, was there anybody else in questioning that they looked at like you could possibly be in on what
Trust me,
happened?
and I got that, and that's why I get, the cops doing what they were. But no, because like I was saying before, when the situation went down, it was me, my two closest girlfriends, and her boyfriend that were at the Airbnb. Everybody else was at the festival. They weren't even there. And trust me,
How many were there?
I want to say we were traveling like 8 to 12 people. I'll have to think on that one. But that was all part of with his family and everything. And even my parents are you sure? They're like, trust me, I'm sure of every detail of that night, and I wish I could say differently so I had a fucking answer and a conclusion.
Right.
But no, this was
Just
a tragedy of fucking all the events that could go wrong
right.
with lack of sleep, drug use. It's just a perfect storm.
Right.
And that is why I understand slightly, even though our stories added up every time, but that was part of why they kept us so long. They kept questioning us like every few hours interval to make sure that our story added up, because they were convinced,
which I understand.
they were convinced
because,
we killed him.
Right. I understand because I am not a detective, but I watch a lot of crime. I go to sleep to crime. I hear it in my sleep, and
give me all the fucked up.
So that's why, me personally, that's why I asked you what I just did, even though it is very sentimental and hard to talk about. But
and that's why it is hard to do this, and why I did question doing this, because that is, what I got. I don't want anyone to question Lou or judge Lou,
right?
Because I will you can judge me, say whatever you want about me, but do not talk about that. That man did not do anything fucking wrong. And that's why it hasn't been talked about as publicly as this, because I know his parents, for months after still his whole family doesn't know. I told his cousins, who I knew he was close with and trusted, what really happened, but I got a lot of feeling of blame for a while, and I felt like I was being looked at for a while, and that a whole different other level of fucking hardness and fucking bullshit to deal with. But that's why it was hard for me to talk about this publicly, because I'm very protective and defensive of him.
I need them to hear this part. So you got to
very protective and defensive of that man. That man did not do anything wrong. We'll get into it. He did not die of anything that he could have prevented. Now I'm learning that I could prevent, even though I still blame myself every day.
Don't ever blame yourself.
And you can say whatever you want about me, and I will take that and everything, but for his parents and his family and just who he was as a fucking person, like, that, what happened in Costa Rica was not that fucking man. So much to I know is, like, the moments I had before my last moments with him were so fucking insane and crazy that I don't even think about that shit anymore, because of the fucking love that he blessed me with and who he made me today. And if anyone ever fucking questions that or says a fucking peep, come fucking find me.
I love that, because, this is... Ooh.
No, that was it. That is why I have not spoken my story. And if his parents ever do see this, his family, like, it's because of them, and I'm sorry. Like, they kind of handled this shit wrong and made it so that I could not do this, and I could not get my story out there, and why I felt blamed for this fucking long, why I feel the way I feel 3 years later. Like, I just met with a new therapist last week, and after 20 minutes of talking to me, she was like, you need to forgive yourself. Like,
you do.
You need to fucking forgive yourself. And that's what why I was excited, and, like, I feel like this timing had worked out so that I can, I can't fucking forgive myself without telling my fucking story when it's all up in my head.
Yeah.
I'm not forgiving myself. I'm one mean fucking bitch to myself. And
you're going to forgive yourself tonight. I'm going to say this in the mic, because we both need to do this. And, it's very emotional, because that just sent me over. And, you're talking, again, vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
I just butchered that again. But we have to, not even me, because I'm going to put the focus on you. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself.
And that's why when you said that, the first thing that you said to me, and now I can't even fucking remember what it was, but it meant everything to me.
I said, you took everything in yourself to jump and
You
try to
didn't know what
save
you
this
would
man.
do, but
I don't know what
I pushed it into action, and that. Thank you for reminding me, and that is it. Like,
because I know I'm gonna take this out because it keeps falling out. But right now, I gotta hear myself because this is raw. I don't know what I would have, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know. That's something. If I would have found my aunt on that floor, or my significant other, or just anybody that I'm close to, or I love, or I consider family, you know what I mean? I don't know what I would have done. Of course, the initial reaction is to try to perform CPR if you're any. I went through the nursing scene and stuff like that. So of course that's my initial reaction to perform CPR and stuff like that. But you said you seen the look in his face immediately knew that he was gone once you got him out the pool and everything. I don't know what I would have done if I seen something like that. Once you and I know the look that you're talking about because there's a look like you could tell when even like just with the videos that I watch like on Facebook and stuff, you there's a different look from when somebody's gone, and there's a look when somebody's able to be saved. That's not easy to come to terms with when you just walk out and you see this and you're like, well, what the fuck is going on? What the hell is going on? You know what I mean? It's not, especially with your fiance, somebody that you chose to be your family, somebody who you chose to spend the rest of your life with.
couldn't wait.
That's not easy in the sense of, okay, they're dead. Let's get the investigation going on. We're in a different country.
Lack of investigation.
You, even if it was, and I'm gonna just say this, even if it was in the United States, even if it wasn't in the United States, that's just not something that you, especially if there was a bond, a special bond between you two, and it was pure love. That's not something that you can just be like, all right, and we are smoking. It's that time. That's not something that you could just be like, all right, let's just get this investigation going and get it over with. I'm ready to go home. Question me, that's it.
Meanwhile, all I fucking wanted to do was get home. I We talked about my brother. I think I mentioned him in a bit
Yeah,
in the beginning of this. I'll bring him up here at the end because we do have to shut this down.
we do.
My brother was my first call. I didn't even think the fucking call went through. I had, you know, my girl on the phone trying to get a hold of the embassy, her boyfriend on the phone trying to call local police, me trying to call his parents, my family, anybody that I could get a fucking hold of. Whatever hour it was, my brother, I had left him a voicemail and he had called me the next morning, and that was another thing that I had woken up to. And I told him, I can't even remember the conversation, but he said, just drop me your pin. And before I got out of that fucking jail cell, my brother was in Costa Rica waiting there for me to fly me. Flew me out of there that night to a hotel in Miami. And then my parents, we live in Florida half the time,
Yeah.
to my parents in Florida. And like, he literally found me on top of a mountain in Costa Rica. The cops could not even find us at. In that shit, J-Ma, ride or die.
Anybody that we tag, we will give them the recognition and tag them below. Even if I don't know them, I will get they need to be
And that,
acknowledged.
and that's that family thing. Like, he doesn't even need, like, in his birthday, Lou, this all happened March 3rd. My brother's birthday is March 1st. And every fucking year since that, I just feel like I've shadowed it over and I have not even been able to like give him the props. So I wanted to give you the props fucking now. Like, you are my hero. I don't know anybody who could call their brother really like that and have that
So what
be
we're
a
gonna
thing.
do this year, you're gonna I can't even say we. You.
Yes, you
We. I will say we because I have given him the recognition on this podcast. But you, what I want you to do, this is your blood brother, right? I want you to do something special.
can. No, I need to.
Take him out to dinner.
Nothing's ever gonna just, and he knows that, and that's why he's so great, and I love him. Like,
And he doesn't feel any kind of way
no,
towards it because he knows the
that's just his
situation.
brotherly duty. Like,
Right.
he just, like, there was no question fucking asked, and that I'm so lucky to have
But
that in my life.
a dinner or a club, I don't. I'd say I don't. I haven't even been to a club myself, but like a nice dinner, or even if you just invite him here, I. We're gonna talk about this scene right now because Amanda was nice enough to open up her home to me, and I think that.
So glad you came.
And I'm so glad you came and got me.
Shit, so glad I gotta bring you back.
But yes, different scene. You'll see a different scene next time. Hopefully, we can keep that going. We'll talk about that. But
We got this. You got this, baby.
yes, take him out on a nice dinner. His birthday's coming up in a couple weeks. It's gonna be hard. He's gonna understand that.
And he does. He's in Texas, so it's hard. But
Send him some money for a dinner.
that boy rich as fuck.
I know he's probably gonna be like, send it back. Like, I don't need it.
No, that's the thing. Like, I love him to death. Can't buy you anything, motherfucker. But he values time with the family. Like, I've been able to. I don't
Is
know
that
how
who you went
publicly
to go see?
Texas.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what you went a
Yes.
couple, like a month or two ago.
Yes, and we had a great. I bring the youth out of him. We'll just say that, and we have our own little time, and that's how I thank him.
So we're gonna, not to shorten this, but we gotta wrap this up. We're gonna talk about some ways that this is this has been a wonderful episode, and I thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Can't believe we were so freaked out.
We were. But we're going to talk about some ways that we have grieved. I know for you, there's going to be more on a different episode because, as we said, this is going to be a multiple part episode.
Absolutely.
There's more that I want to question about, and there's more that you want to talk about.
Absolutely.
But
We're just getting started.
as of right now, I want to talk about some things that, good or bad, we're going to be vulnerable and we're going to tell the world what you have done to, like, not only grieve, but
Glad you said good or bad.
some things you don't have to say if you don't want, if they're, not Amanda, like, you don't have to, but if you want to be transparent, that's what this whole episode was about, transparency.
I mean, I kind of mentioned it to you,
You
a little
did.
bit earlier. I will say, like, 3 weeks, March 3rd, 3-year anniversary. That absolutely blows my fucking mind because I spent the first year and a half heavily.
Guys, phone died, but we'll cut this off and maybe we'll surprise you guys with another episode this week. But to cut it off, some ways you grieved.
You said good or bad?
Yeah, just name them. We can go into detail another day.
Definitely drugs, I will say.
Okay.
Dove deep into drugs. Just wanted to dissociate and numb. And friends, music, going to shows. And that was the good thing, although they go hand in hand. I knew I was in the safety of my friends.
Yeah, that's good. Some ways that I've been dealing with is I just get drunk. You've seen me drunk. But I just like to I like to drink it and I work more so to distract myself of what's actually going on around me, and
Absolutely.
I don't want to think about it. So until it's time to think about it,
No.
and that's horrible.
Honey,
but
it is not, and I completely get that. And when I say like drugs, I didn't mean like
no, I get what you mean.
I was just like drooling over there in the corner, disassociating. Like I was doing drugs to make me be able to function and do things and feel
aware.
happy and aware of what was going on.
I get that.
So no, I get you. Like I'm no fucking judgment here, dude. Like
so we have to close this out, guys. We didn't put a time limit, but our time is running out here.
We got shit to do.
We do.
We're gonna continue this.
We are.
This is good.
This is a 2, maybe 3, maybe 4-part episode.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot that we gotta dig into.
I don't even know where we left off, so.
There's a lot that we gotta dig into. There's a lot that we gotta talk about, and I'm thankful that you are telling your story on here.
I'm thankful that you're having me. Like, this is good shit.
And I might have you Thursday.
Thursday looks good.
So look out Thursday. Ooh, I get a double Amanda, then a Shannon. You guys are in for a treat.
No, we have so many fucking great, talented friends. Like.
So Amanda Thursday, Tuesday Amanda, Thursday Amanda Part 2, and then Sunday Shannon. And that episode you are not gonna want to miss. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Amanda, for coming on here telling your story.
Absolutely.
Thank you for getting me comfortable enough to tell mine.
Thanks for, abiding by all my needs to get this to happen.
Of course. And we will see you later. This has been a fucking wonderful episode of Talks with Big Los, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
See you soon, guys.
See you soon.